All right, folks, it's going to take us into our last game of week 1. This one is my favorite. Am I biased? Yes. Do I care? No. We have 23rd ranked USC versus my number 13th ranked LSU Tigers in the Modelo Vegas Kickoff Classic at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So as soon as I get out of Bible study, I'll be watching football. So, both teams come in after losing Heisman winning quarterbacks to the draft. Obviously, USC lost Caleb Williams, who may or may not have gone, or may or may not should have gone number 1 overall in this past year's draft. And then, of course, LSU lost last year's Heisman winner in Jaden Daniels. USC is now in the Big Ten Conference, looking to start off the season with a big win against a great SEC program headed by none other than the BK himself, Brian Kelly. USC also has experience playing in Allegiant Stadium, even though last time they were there, they lost to Utah in the Pac-12 championship. So, Garrett Nussmeier taking over under center for the LSU offensive quarterback with a 58.9% completion percentage over his career the past 3 years at LSU, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Most of the time with him has been spent as a backup or competing for the starting job. I know him and JD5 went back and forth in 2022. He played in a couple of blowouts over the past couple of years. He's got a great arm. I mean, Garrett can sling it. But how will he fare as more of a pocket or scrambler quarterback compared to a dual threat like Jaden? Jaden he was the guy last season. Garrett can be good, but how good can he be? Can he be accurate? A new wide receiver room, obviously Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas both went pro. Now we got Kyron Lacey and Chris Hilton Jr. leading out on the wings for the Tigers. Lincoln Riley is hoping to have another season like in 22 when they went 11-3, played for the Pac-12 title after going 7-5 in 2023. We all know his offenses are killer, but does he really know anything about defense? USC's defense gave up 438 yards per game on average, which was 123rd in FBS last season. LSU, not much better. A new defense for them with Blake Baker as defensive coordinator. Matt House was relieved of his duties. But in 2023, LSU gave up an average of 416.6 yards per game. So not looking great either way. LSU looking to win their first season opener since 2019. Of course, everybody knows that was the best year ever. This one, though, honestly, LSU's looking to win their first season opener in a few years. We lost in 21 to UCLA, 22 and 23 to Florida State. Avenge me. The ESPN FPI has LSU at 55%. The TBD model, LSU by 2. And the spread has LSU officially at 4.5. I'm glad I'm not going first, although I already know my pick. Joey, who do you got?
This is really difficult because you look at one team who are a bunch of frauds and steal things like music and stadium names and mascots, and then you look at the other side, and it's Lincoln Riley. Two things I hate in college football, and then there's the Gamecocks. But if I really have to look at it, LSU is the home team. It's a neutral site, but the issue is, especially last year, Florida State lost their opener to a really great offense that their defense could not hold up. And who else is known for having really great offenses other than Lincoln Riley, whether I like to admit it or not? Now, Florida State also had a semi-good defense at the time to back up that offense. I can already guarantee you USC is not going to go out there with a good defense. They might as well put no people out there, and they might actually stop more completions than having people out there. I have to choose that ugly yellow and purple and choose LSU, but I definitely think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a shootout.
So let me just say that I'm glad ours looks like a tiger and not an off-brand Mr. Cheeto.
Look, it's okay to have a mascot that looks like he's on cocaine, but he is a tiger. He's nice and orange and pretty.
LSU's tiger is the guy that your girlfriend tells you not to worry about.
Listen, Mike has, I don't even know what Clemson's mascot's name is, but Mike has Aubie and the Clemson off-brand Great Value Mr. Cheeto Tiger beat, okay? Hands down, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And it's not just because there's a live one on campus either. It's just the way that it is.
Well, we have a Cub mascot form, but we have a Cub.
Okay.
Guys, listen, this game, I'm nervous. I'm always nervous. I can't wait to wear purple all weekend, every day. My jersey on Sunday. I can't wait. Obviously, I've got LSU. I think that we cover the spread. Like, if I was going to give a score prediction, honestly, I'm thinking like 38-28 LSU. I think it's a shootout. I think that our defense shows up to be a little bit stronger than last season to start the year. At least, God, I hope so. I mean, 2 years in a row, I've had to watch Payne and then listen to Brian Kelly complain after the game about how we weren't prepared. You had all offseason, brother. You got a new coordinator on both sides of the ball. It's time to rock and roll.
Okay, so I just want to point out, LSU, even though they're the home team, is going to have to travel 2,000 miles, while USC is only going to have to travel 200 miles. LSU lost some really high-powered wide receivers and a Heisman-winning quarterback. Lincoln Riley is an extremely good head coach. I think he's going to scheme this extremely well. He develops talent really well, especially at the offensive position. So, Isaac, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give this one to the LSU freaking Tigers, baby. Yes, Paul Feinbaum is right. Lincoln Riley is done. There is no dynasty. They haven't done anything in years except for with Caleb Williams. And even with Caleb Williams, they went 7-5. They don't know how to play defense. This is over. LSU by freaking 21. Take it to the bank right here on TBD CFB. That's all I've got to say. Okay. Anyway, yes, I really hope that LSU wins this game. I am not a fan of USC. I am not a fan of Lincoln Riley, and I think that that's like the one thing that me and the Oklahoma fans can agree on. So, yeah, LSU big time in this game. But for real, I really do think LSU has an edge in this. I think Garrett Nussmeier is going to come out, and I think he's going to drop some dimes, and I think the LSU's defense is just better. I think they're going to be able to stop whatever offense that Lincoln Riley's going to put together. I mean, it is basically a glorified home game for USC, but still, I got LSU by a touchdown in this game.